In this week's episode of Working with Productivity, I want to introduce you to Sandra the Mom Boss. Hello and welcome to episode 19 of my Working with Productivity series. My name is Carl Pauline, and in this week's episode I want to introduce you to Sandra Leon, or otherwise known as Sandra the Mom Boss. Now, Sandra has an amazing YouTube channel with lots of wonderful tips and tricks on organizing your life and organizing your home and family life, and Evernote as well. She's a huge user of Evernote, which is how I actually discovered her on YouTube. I think she's got this amazing personality. You can tell her passion for being productive and being organized. And I invited Sandra on to share with us 5 of her favorite or most useful productivity tips, and she has done a fantastic video. So I want to now introduce you to Sandra, and I'm sure you're going to get a lot of insights from this. So it just remains for me now. Oh, before we move any further, I should just like to say, if you like this video, please click on the like button below. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, or indeed if you want to subscribe to Sandra's channel, all the details will be below. Okay, let's get into it. It's time for me now to hand you over to Sandra. So over to you, Sandra.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Thank you, Carl, so much for inviting me on your channel. So I'm Sandra the Mom Boss here on YouTube, and on my channel I share a lot about mindset and a lot about productivity for entrepreneurs. Productivity is one of my favorite subjects because it's about time. Time is a precious commodity. It only comes once and then it's gone. I don't have time to be working on my business from morning to night. I have my family and my kids to attend to. So being productive is something that I take seriously. I want to do as much work as I can in a day and still have time to spend with my family. So here's what I did. I went back through all my videos where I've shared productivity tips and tools and all of these things, and I picked out the 5 best tips to share with y'all here today. So I really hope they help you. So the first tip is to start on a good note. When you start your day on that right note, it's easier to keep that momentum going, as opposed to when you start your day overwhelmed or frustrated or in a funk. Then you'll spend your entire day trying to get yourself together. So it's easier to start off right. And some things that you can do to start your day on a good note is to tackle your biggest task first thing in the morning. This is when your willpower is at its peak and you can tackle that most important thing, and this will set up like a domino effect. This will give you an instant dose of dopamine, that feel-good hormone, which will compel you to get even more tasks done. Another thing you can do is to wake up before everyone else in the house so that you can have some alone and quiet time to plan your day and not just wake up and be thrusted into the busyness of the world. Tip number 2 is to trick your brain. So making these YouTube videos, it's an extensive task. It takes me anywhere from 4 to 6 hours to complete the whole thing. So if I try to undertake this project all at once, I would lose my mind. I wouldn't even get started probably because it would seem so overwhelming. So instead, I break the process down. Instead of trying to do the whole thing all in one go, I break it down into smaller projects and work on one at a time. This tricks my brain and then it won't be as overwhelming. So I outline the process. I say I'm going to outline the script, then record the video, then edit the video, thumbnail, blog post, and on. And then I just focus on one step at a time. So to do this, I use Evernote and I have templates and checklists that walk me through each project broken down into smaller pieces. If you want to learn more about this, then make sure to check out the video how to use Evernote to get and stay organized. It will be linked in the description. Tip number 3 is to work in time blocks. So I'm sure everyone here has heard of the Pomodoro technique, but just in case, I'll explain it briefly. So with this method, you work in intervals about 25 minutes each, and you work without stopping, and then you take a 15-minute break or so, and then you go back to working 25 more minutes. So this Pomodoro technique helps you concentrate intensely on your project at hand. And when you concentrate, you summon flow and your most creative ideas will come to you. This is why I like using this method. And the Pomodoro technique is a great starting point. But eventually you may want to increase the time intervals to about an hour or two. So you'll do deep work for an hour or two and then take a 5 to 10 minute break. So just experiment to see what works best for you. But working in time blocks is an excellent idea because it will keep your energy up since you're taking your breaks, and it will also gamify your projects. So you're going to try to finish these projects before the time is up, and you'll end up getting more work done. Tip number 4 is to batch related tasks. So you wouldn't bake one cookie at a time. You bake an entire batch because you already have all the utensils you need, all the ingredients you need, and it's the same thing with different projects. You can batch related tasks to get work done faster. I batch record my videos because I already have all the equipment I need and I'm already ready, and I don't have to do this over and over again throughout the week. It's easier to just get it done. This is one of the things that will save you the most time. So look for ways in your day where you can do things all at once to avoid switching from creative mode to analytical mode. If you stay in one mode, you're more likely to get more work done. Final tip, tip number 5, is to have a home for everything. Time is precious, and once it's gone, it doesn't come back. So why waste your time looking for things? Make sure that you have a place for all your physical items and for all your digital items as well. Have folders on your computer. Make sure you're making good use of these productivity tools you have to store all your ideas as well. Your ideas need a home. So make sure that you have a place for all of these things, and then take a day out of your week, whether it's Friday or Sunday, to make sure that everything is cleared out and cleaned out and that everything is organized. So when you're looking for something, you know just where to find it. All right, so that concludes my 5 tips. If you want to learn more about productivity, make sure to check out my channel, Sandra the Mom Boss. Again, thank you so much, Carl, for giving me the opportunity to come onto your channel and share these tips with your audience. And I really hope that they have helped you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.